I think the modern left has a real problem with Britain and British history in a way that I just find really not radical at all, in fact. I find it quite boring and bourgeois. The Corbyn-led Labour Party is currently agitating for an inquiry into Britain's imperial past and the crimes committed under empire. I don't find any of this interesting or radical at all. I find it actually really dull and dispiriting. And I think what we have here is just the middle class left, the urban middle classes who make up the increasingly bourgeois Labour Party, which, by the way, has an even higher number of middle class members under Jeremy Corbyn than it did under Tony Blair. I think what we have here is really this kind of British self-loathing. Everything in the British past is horrible. Everything that Britain did in the past was a crime. Britain is, the message is that Britain is a pretty disgusting country. They completely erase all the wonderful things about this country. The radical traditions, the struggles for democracy, the struggles for freedom of speech, people getting together to improve their lives, to improve other people's lives. I mean, there are so many wonderful traditions in this country, particularly related to press freedom and democracy and freedom of speech, which people in the UK have been fighting for 400, 500 years. And it's arguable that you wouldn't have had the American Revolution or the French Revolution or other revolutions without the English Revolution, which came before all of those. So in the process of looking down their noses at British history, they forget all the wonderful stuff. And I also think there's an element of snobbery. What they're really offended by is the image of all those, elderly working class people on Remembrance Day in their poppies, going out to lay flowers or holding a minute's silence. I mean, a lot of it is just driven by contempt for those kinds of people. What we have in the middle class left is the growth of this kind of globalist anywhere movement, which is just offended by the idea of patriotism or any sense of national connection.